Okay, welcome back everybody. This is going to be a special edition one. I'm going to call it the flower edition. We are literally going to be taking dandelions and grape, I forget what they're called. They're grape something, but these are like weeds. You can go out in your yard and pick them, see what happens when you put them in a plastisol. I'm going to end up doing one with coffee grounds, because I've seen them done before. They look cool and they're supposedly supposed to smell like coffee. I can still not talk. But going to pull these off their little stem and put them into the plastisol and see what happens. Just take your fingers like that. This is Dead On Plastic Swim Bait Jerkbait Blend. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a bubbly mess. Because they're basically boiling because of their water, since they're a flower. But gonna go ahead and put the rest of these in before this like boils like crazy. They don't boil when they're on the top, but once you mix them in, they start making a bunch of noise. Probably gonna have to reheat this multiple times because it's just gonna cool down from it bubbling. I'm gonna be shooting it into the salmon egg mold because it should display this the best. They seem to be keeping their shape for losing all the water on the inside. I wasn't sure if they would like fold up or burn or anything like that. I'm gonna keep the last one out because that seems to be a good amount. And then I'm gonna go ahead and reheat this because, I mean, it's like stuck in the shape of all the bubbles. It almost looks like sugar art. And then once that's reheated and pretty much done boiling, we're gonna put the petals of the dandelion in, because if you smear a dandelion on your hand, they seem to... Oh, great. They're all stuck on top. Hopefully they don't float. But it seems to put all the yellow on your hand if you smear them on your fingers. I'm just gonna start cooling those off a while. Okay, all those are separated. I might do one more, but I need it to be heated up, that way I can put these in it. Okay, still boiling. So this may not work since they're all staying on top. Because once they go down, they float back up. Okay, plastic is degassed and reheated, ready to be injected. I put coffee scent in it because it was smelling really weird from it being all the pollen and everything inside of it. But they all lost their color. I don't know where all their color went because it's not like in the plastic. Okay. Not sure if I had enough plastic. Oh, sorry, that was completely out of frame. Not sure if I had enough plastic. Oh, yep. I don't know. Just hopefully all those little things don't come floating out of the mold. You always want to make sure you top off your big molds. Smaller ones, like little ice baits and stuff like that, or like if you're making claws or anything, you don't really have to top it off. But especially with these salmon eggs, I didn't top it off the one time. And the eggs, like the first 2 chains, were filled with air because it starts trying to retract because they're still filling up with plastic when you're done injecting. But then it's trying to pull it all down, so then it's starting pulling air in because it's still closing up. The sprue is like closing up, and then it just disappears. So always make sure you have it topped off. Should only have to top it off once. This time I had to do it twice. But I'll meet you back when that's cooled down. And I'm gonna start preparing the test color of the day. Okay, it's cooled down. Time to demold. I actually don't think it will look too bad. The injector plug had a yellowish tint to it, almost like if you scorch your plastic a little bit color. But I know I didn't overheat the plastic, so it was from the flowers. That is actually pretty cool. Little bit of air in them, but the top ones are the best. They should make glitter like this. That way it looks like the little frogs in the eggs, or the little fish in the eggs. So that's pretty cool. Almost all of them, well, all of them did get little petals. So I would say that is a success. I mean, it's not something you would see in a store for sure. And if you see that in a store, let me know, because I want to know what store that is. They sink right away. They don't float at all. They have little weird textures to them because of the grape things in them. The things that are called grapes. They almost feel like they're popping when you squeeze them. Okay, so now it is on to the test color. I'm just gonna use, you know what? We're gonna use the Ectochrome and this. We're gonna use 2 molds today for the test color. It's gonna be springtime is what I'm calling it. Since right now it's spring and you have all that pollen in the air and everything. So you're gonna need basically all your glitter. So go ahead and go over to your glitter shelf and just bring everything over. Okay, so I'm gonna be using Royal Blue, Fire Red, Grape, and Golden Orange. If I had yellow, I would use yellow, but I don't have any. And some gold pearl, green highlight, avocado green, 115, and then black from Loreworks, 103. So I'm gonna get plastic out and do a measuring cup, heat it up. I'll meet you back when that is ready. Okay, heat it back up. Well, not back up, heat it up. And time to start with the base. You know what? I'm actually gonna start with the gold pearl. I don't want a lot of this. I almost want it to be like flake. Or almost like highlight powder. I don't have gold highlight, or else I would use gold highlight. So if you have gold highlight, I recommend gold highlight. I mean, that's less than 1/64 of a teaspoon. Okay, you may not be able to see that on camera right now, but once it's in the eggs, it should be easier to see, and in the Ecto Curl. Okay, 20 drops of avocado green, and then I want a bit darker green, so 1 drop of black. A color that would probably work great for this is like the olive from MF Manufacturing. They have an olive. Pretty sure it's just called olive. But that would look pretty cool. Okay, now the green highlight. Actually, no, I don't think. I brought the green highlight in case I did too much gold. But I don't think I did, so I'm not going to use the green highlight. Okay, all those glitters were 1/64 of a teaspoon. It was grape, golden orange, royal blue, fire red, and then along with not a whole 1/64 of a teaspoon of 0.008 AU79. All the other ones were 0.04. Okay. I had to make sure that was coming through on camera. I am going to, reheat that, degas it, and then I'll meet you back when it's ready to inject. Okay, it's degassed and reheated, so you can kind of see that pearl in there. It's not really a highlight, you constantly always see it, but just gonna go ahead and inject these two molds. I'm starting with Bass Tackle 0.5 salmon egg mold, and then the other one is Angling AI Ectocrawl mold 3.4 inch. The Ectocrawl is one of my favorite crawls from all the companies I know of. Angling AI has one that looks like the Crazy Leg Chigger Crawl, which is their, I think it's called a beta crawl, is what it's labeled as. Hopefully had enough plastic for that. I don't think so. But worth a shot, even if you just get one good Ectocrawl, better than none. Okay, I'll meet you back when those are cooled down and ready to demold. Okay, demolding time. Starting with the salmon eggs. And these little screws with the red handles on them that I use, those are from Fat Guys Fishing. The ones you get from Bass Tackle come with screws and wing nuts. But I just like the other ones better. Okay. There is the springtime salmon eggs. Kind of see a little bit of that pearl where the light hits them. I did get one bad one. Had a huge dent in it. But all these other ones are good. I'm gonna pull those out. And just drop the mold, but didn't break it because it's aluminum. When doing salmon eggs, a little measuring cup of water or a little bowl of water, cold water or room temperature, helps start the curing process. Because of them being a dense bait, their middles don't really like set up right away. So just setting them in room temperature water for 5 to 10 minutes helps. And then if you have these little sheets of like this wiry mesh, they're great to set on. They're like 10 inches by 12. I just cut this little piece off, little extra piece, because I make them into smaller trays that I can set them on. Alright, so now the Ectocrawl. Okay, first one's bad. Oh, they're both bad. Ran out of plastic. They look good. So, they look great with the thinner parts, but they're just full of air. Like, that's a big air pocket, that's a big air pocket, more air there. So, just remelt them, melt them back down. They're always reusable. You can always reuse your messed up ones, unless you burn it, then you can't reuse it, but always reuse everything that you can. That was it for today. I'll display all the finished ones here soon, but that was it for now. I hope you enjoyed the flower edition and then the test color springtime. Okay, these are today's baits. There's the springtime, those flower things. I did some ecto crawls. The feet and the antennas didn't fill in the whole way, so I just kept this one. And these are chartreuse with golden orange flake. Made those for a customer. But those are today's baits, and I will catch you on the next one.